If you are someone who is looking at growing, if growth is your thing, there are certain soft skills you should understand. There are certain soft skills you should master very well. One of such soft skills is understanding which battles to engage in. You know, most of us young people, we have the tendency of getting into things that do not really concern us, okay? We have the tendency of getting into things that we shouldn't be having business with. For instance, your friend is quarreling with someone. There is a great possibility that you may want to impress your friend and you may be engaged in a battle that is not meant for you. So understanding which battles to fight is also a soft skill to understand and learn. You should learn how not to engage in every problem that you see. Not be everything you go put mouth. You should not engage in all the battles. If that battle does not have a spoil, if it doesn't have the spoils that are what your God-given purpose, you should not engage in it. Most of us get into the temptation of engaging in everything. You see a certain comment online, you see a certain post online, you just jump on it. You see something that is not really your business, you jump on it. You make comments in places you should not be making comments. You say things you should not be saying. And at the end of the day, it boils back to affecting your growth as a young person. It boils back to affecting your growth as a startup or as a business person. So understanding where and where to chook your mouth, where and where to put your mouth is very important. Not because something is trending, you start talking about it. You shouldn't start talking about things simply because it's trending. No, you shouldn't do that. You should start talking about things simply because all your friends are talking about it. You should understand that as a business person, as a person with growth mindset, you should understand and choose your battles wisely. You should learn how not to inherit another person's enemy because you want to make friends. Simply because you want to stay friends with someone does not mean that you should inherit another person's enemy. If it means that you should inherit the other person's enemy, that person's enemy in order to become that person's friend, then it is not worth it. Trust me, it is not worth it. There are so many times when you do things, and those things that you do will affect you later in future. Or maybe sometimes you get into a fight with someone who is supposed to be your destiny helper. You know, in Africa we believe so much in destiny helpers. See, sometimes it's not even about the number of things you do. It is about the people that you know. And some of the battles and some of the fights that you are engaging in, some of the stupid banters that you are joining online, some of the stupid comments that you make will directly affect that relationship that is supposed to take you to the next step. So you should learn how not to put your mouth in everybody's affair. Just because your so-called mentor or your so-called role model is having a problem with this person does not mean you have a problem with that person. You do not have a problem with that person. Just because your role model or whatsoever you call that person says, okay, fine, I don't like this person, doesn't mean you shouldn't like that person. Learn how to understand which battles to fight. No be everything person they put in mouth. No be everything person they join fight. If that person does not have a problem with you, auntie, uncle, mind your business. Don't face your front and go where you are going. You have no business with inheriting another person's enemy. Sometimes the temptation may be great, but if you learn how to avoid this temptation, trust me, even on this social media, even on this content creation journey, because everybody is jumping on a particular trend does not mean you should jump on it. Because everybody is doing this one does not mean you should do it. The other person might be doing it because it is niche related to his own niche, related to his own calling. He will do it and succeed. But you, will you do it and succeed? You should ask yourself that question. If I'm inheriting his enemy, will I gain anything from it? If you don't have anything to gain, it's high time you just withdraw yourself. If I'm engaging in this, is there any profit to it? Will it affect my business correctly? Will it spell the right image for me? And if it is not, if it is against your long-term goals, avoid it. See, sometimes it is better to avoid some things than to get into it. You do not know how they started. See, the political banters, the social discussions, the stupid things that people say on business premises, avoid it if you want to grow. If you truly want to grow, choose your battles wisely. I'm not going to talk plenty past this one. My name is Ukomo Akpan. I am the rich son of a classroom teacher. I like to call myself the small business doctor. And if this makes sense to you, like this channel, subscribe to it, and share this content with another person who might find this useful. And then remember, no put your mouth for everything, no be everything they put mouth. See you in my next video. Bye bye.